We will move on now to another speaker. We are going to hear more now about the African continent, or at least part of it, from a speaker coming from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ribio Nzeza Bunketi Buz, Associate Professor of Cultural and Creative Industries Management at the Catholic University of Congo and of Social Media at the University of Kinshasa. He's the author of COVID-19 and Culture in Africa, a comparative analysis of economic impact studies. Ribio, please tell us how is the situation in the African continent. Ribio, are you there? You need to unmute yourself, I guess.
Okay, it's okay now.
Pleasure. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. About the African continent, the story started in my home country, the DRC. I did a survey that was very successful, so that I decided to look around neighboring countries to see if they experienced the same situation. And I discovered, apart DRC, we have Senegal, Namibia, Kenya, Uganda, and South Africa. They had a quantitative survey that was most interesting for me. But I discovered also in Angola, Cabo Verde, Ghana, and Mozambique qualitative studies, but I didn't use it. What I did was just a comparison of the similar entries between those different surveys. I was also happy to know that the country that I had covered a bit the 4 regional economic communities in Africa: Senegal from the west, DRC from the center, Namibia and South Africa for the south, and Kenya and Uganda for the east. What are the key findings of the study? The financial losses during the second quarter of the year. All those studies, all those surveys were undertaken during the second quarter of 2020, especially during the first lockdown. And the turnover losses ranges from 134,000 USD to 1 billion point 49 in South Africa. But the combined turnover of all the 6 countries is about 1.5 billion USD. Performing arts and heritage were the most affected subsectors, while digital media, online gaming, music, and audiovisual content were more resilient. And the vulnerability of the African creative sector is explained by 5 main factors. The first is the predominance of informal sector. It ranges from 35% in South Africa to 80% in Namibia. The second factor is the significant number of freelancers whose resources cannot withstand shocks. The third is the very small size of companies. The fourth is the prevalence of part-time jobs and short-term contracts. We can say that 58% of companies in Kenya hire people with part-time jobs. And the last factor is the high level of human interaction in the process of production, distribution, and consumption of some particular subsectors, such as visual arts. And from that explanation, I have devised a matrix of COVID-19 impact analysis on culture and creative sector in Africa. We have 3 types of impact: the high impact, explained by the 5 factors that I have mentioned above, and the performing arts, visual arts, and heritage fall under the category of high impact. We have the medium impact with recorded music, television, radio, cinema, and the low impact with digital media, online gaming, and other cultural and product and services using digital tools in the value chain. And there is also an interesting interactive map. You can just click on the link below to see that map displayed. And you can click on different countries concerned by the survey in order to have additional details. Thank you very much for your attention.